pushback reaction. The sasai will be almost impossible. Okay, so let's say we have mercy grips, 50-50 grips, and we are just staying here. It looks like I can do something, but if my partner is just stubborn and upright, like if I do an uchimata, it will not work. If I do a sasai, it will not work. But what will work is a kosoto gake. Why? Because I can put my whole weight into the overhook right here. Okay, so if my partner is upright, what I do is I step in as deep as possible. You see, I use my tippy toes because I want to step as deep as possible. If I want to step on my whole foot, I can go as deep. So I go as deep as possible, okay? And I never lean my whole body weight into his hips, into his quad. Okay, my weight is not at any point at his quad. If you do this, you will injure your partner and it's not effective. So maybe you injure your partner, maybe you're not injuring him and you have a bad kosoto gake. So what I would want you to do is to have the weight on the leg. The weight has to be on the leg. So if I step in, my whole weight is on my leg. It's on my leg. It's on my leg. It's at all times on my leg. If it's on his quad, he can probably throw me. And in the worst case, I just injure my partner. And in tournaments, you will probably have no success with it. You will not injure anyone. You will not take anyone down. Sometimes it will just happen. So I still have my whole body weight on him. And I have mercy grips right now. It's better to have an underhook, but let's say we have mercy grips. So I step into my partner as deep as possible. My weight is on my leg. I go away, and I pull my partner up. I try to connect my body with his body. I'm not trying to use my upper body. The biggest mistake that I see from here is people trying to force it down with the upper body. Leos try to not fall. If I try to use my upper body, it will not work. What I need to do is just fall. Okay? So the only thing I do is just fall. He can fight against my upper body, but he can't fight against my whole body. Okay? It's a big, big difference. So one more time. Let's do it from this direction. We have mercy grips, and this time I will have a wrist grip just so I can crush on the mat. So I go as deep as possible. I step to the outside. I switch this grip to his armpit. Linus fight it so you can't fall. You see that he can't fight it if I fall. I'm just falling. You see that I do it very nicely. I'm just falling down, okay? If you really put amplitude into it, it can be a vicious throw. So I will put a little bit more amplitude to it, be ready to break fall. He's upright. I can't really use any offensive move. So I step into my partner. And now I fall. Sometimes you see people squat down. But why should you squat down? I want to connect his body with my body. The more I can pull him up, the easier it will be to bring his body weight behind me. Okay? So, the only thing that matters here is that you have the weight on your legs. And if you have the weight on the legs, you step back, you connect your chest to chest, and now you can just fall. And your partner will not be able to prevent your fall. So now we will look at the partner that understands that he can counter most of the things. We need to combine both. Okay, so we need to combine and bring his head behind the hips or the head in front of the hips. Every time the head is in front of the hips, we need to have inside position. Okay, we need to achieve this. Okay, if his head is in front of the hips and I go behind him, this is bad for me. Now he has hip inside position and he can throw me. Okay, so let's do both. Let's say I want to do the kosoto gake. He's upright. Okay, I go back. I feel that he brings his head into the front by himself. So now I'm in danger to getting thrown. So I go back, I pull my partner up, and I hip check. Let's say he reach hip checks. So now he goes away, he hip checks. Perfect. If I'm doing nothing against the hip check, he can hip check me, and now he can throw me. So I anticipate his hip check. While he hip checks, I go back to the kosoto gake. Okay? So you see, you need to combine both directions against good people. And it will never be like, oh, I will hip check my partner and now I can throw them. Even now, his base is too good. If I just hip check him and he's upright, yeah, he will throw me back because now my head is almost behind my hips and he's behind me. So this is bad for me. So sometimes I will maybe fake a hip check. let's see, I know that he fights the hip check. I fake it, yeah, exactly, and I see he's upright. So again, I fake it, he's upright, I go for the Kosoto Gak. I fake it, I push into him, he pushes back, I go for the Sasai. I try to go for the Sasai, but he backs out. So now I go back, and now I can go maybe for a Harai Goshi, depending on how close I am to my partner. So you see, against good people, you will need to go to both directions. And if you want to play with that, go at it at a low intensity, okay? If I just go all out against someone that is as good as me, it will be very difficult. So I can trust Linus. Linus is very controlled. He knows how to control himself. So I will tell him, okay, can you try to hip check me? And we go easy. So if he tries to hip check me, I try to re-hip check him. He tries to hip check me, and I try to break his posture. If he goes away, I try to hip check him again. If he breaks my posture, okay, then we just restart the positioning. You will only develop it if you go a little bit live, but not too hard. Okay, it's like a dance. You need to feel and anticipate the movement of your partner. And it's all about moving your partner against their will, especially with hip checking, bringing the head in front of the hips or behind the hips. So now we are so good that our partner really just tries to get the fuck out. We are still in the under against overhook series. So we will also look after this what we do in the underhook series where we are almost in a over-under. Okay, so like in the lazy underhook portion. But for now, we stay in this one. Let's say we are mercy gripping and my partner feels that the overhook is really strong. So what happens sometimes is that they really try to back out. Yeah, try to back out, and they try to get the underhook out and then push me away and start the wrestling